facto, leader of a movement, screaming hack the planet back in 99. Activism in its prime, global hell had the dot mill rooted. Alphabet soup and they troops in the suits, kicking down doors and seizing my equipment, blocking on my shipments, sitting on they hit list. All day radical, emphatic, beat addict in the stab hit. I envelope the game, call me Rabbit. Out to highlight on the internet equivocally, bitch I be hit 'em with the bite style symmetry. Digital gangsta reppin' till I'm dead. Steady grip Apache logs when I'm looking for the feds. Fast forward, now the internet anonymous and captains of the low spoke raise the mass prominent, dominant hacks. And I sec on that new, dropping tables in my sequel like it was some poo-poo.
Pound and he sick.
Pounding through your speakers.
Pound and he sick.
Pounded to the bleachers.
Pound and he sick.
If you're sitting below deck in the low spoke, salute bitch and show some respect.
Pound and he sick.
Pounding through your speakers.
Pound and he sick.
Pounded to the bleachers.
Pound and he sick.
If you're sitting below deck in the low spoke, salute bitch and show some respect. Low sec bitch, they fold your hack Sony. Got the MD5, we rock your macaroni. Cook coke crack nimble like a noodle, while HB Gary stay toast like a strudel. Root shell on your bootstrap, now who's that? Buying the M join and drop your whole C class. Yeah, C class, it is evident we flousing. Iron cannon in the proc list, deep dousing. Lean back, bitch, we be sending an injection. Magic quotes off, join table intersection. Put it up on base, then it won't get erased. Then 20 million hits till you're down like some cavemen. That's CNN. You want an interview? Send a priv message to the nickname Sabu. I'm IRC. Man, we convening in some 99 throwback shit. Now I'm screaming.
Pound and he sick.
Optimistic beats, optimistic beats,
Got my Cali booted up, yeah, it's time to hack. Got the IP in scope, now I attack. You likely don't know I wear a black hat. Where's your SQL database? Let me grab that. And all the people in the place saying play that. Even if your password's hashed, I'm gonna crack that. Let me go and pass that back with the fast track. We can think it's slow or fast, I got the hash cat. Even if it doesn't last, I'm gonna grab that. Every kind of persistence and I will come back. Responders gonna listen and I'll get that call back. Someone tell Eminem I'll never fall flat. Cause unlike all of them, I don't sound whack. I can rap, I can hack, yeah, all that. Cause unlike all of them, I don't sound whack. I can rap, I can hack, yeah, all that. Got the Cali booted up in my black hoodie on. Black hoodie on, black hoodie on. Got the Cali booted up in my black hoodie on. Get your terminals up as we listen to the song. Got the Cali booted up in my black hoodie on. Black hoodie on, black hoodie on. Got the Cali booted up in my black hoodie on. Get your terminals up as we listen to the song. This verse is for the career coaches. I really hope it hurts, cause y'all are the real vultures. You're lining up your purse that doesn't fit our culture. You're getting rich off the poor, you're a poser. I told ya, if you're good, you don't need the cash. Now you're gonna feel my wrath. I just want you to see the fact that more than half these acts are just a money trap. So I will trash in raps, I don't want none of that. And I will smash with passion every scummy act. If you react with madness, you can run it back. And if you disagree, your thinking's incomplete, because they're preying on the noobs in our industry. And here's what we can do to bring their misery. We can make them feel accessible for you and me. All the content that we make, we do for free. What is up, everyone? Hey, welcome to my stream. If you don't know who I am, my name is Tyler, and I hack stuff by day for my job, and every once in a while I jump on stream at night and we do some hacking together. But super excited to have you all taking the time to hang out with me on this surprise stream on a Saturday night. Do want to let you know, especially for those of you who are new, I am live streaming right now on 3 different platforms. You can join on whichever platform works best for you, but I am live right now on YouTube, Twitch, and LinkedIn. On YouTube and LinkedIn, I just stream under my name, Tyler Ramsbey, and over on Twitch, I stream under the name hack_smarter. So YouTube and LinkedIn is Tyler Ramsbey, Twitch it is hack_smarter. And hey, I'm about to pull up the chat, see who's all here, but look, I would love to hear from you. So if you are lurking in the chat, that's fine. Just say hi in the beginning. We'd love to hear where you're joining from or why you're joining. You don't need to share your location if you don't want to. And if this is your first time to one of my live streams, please let me know. I want to say a special hello to you if this is your first time attending a live stream. But let me get chat pulled up and scroll to the top. We have Zero Cool with First Blood in chat. Dude, you're like chat as soon as I hit go live. I don't know how you do this every time. But I swear, it's like 10 seconds after I hit go live, you were in chat. So good to have you here again. We got Coco, we got my friend Chris, we got Grim Actual, we got Zohe, we got the one and only DJ BSEC in the house. We got Sin99XX. We got Nefo, it's good to see you, my friend. We got the one and only The Shy Hat. What is up? We got Cyborg Hacker. I think I pronounced your elite speak correct right there. We got Saint Steven. We got Numa. My hoodie is gray though. You gotta get a black hoodie, dude. You can't hack without a black hoodie. Also, that song, for those of you who might be new, that I got my Cali bootied up and my black hoodie on. If you couldn't tell, that's actually an original song by yours truly. I love hip hop, and I made that song while I was streaming. So that's a completely original song made by yours truly. You can find it on my YouTube channel. If you just search for Black Hoodie On, you can go ahead and grab that song. But not gonna lie, I've been using this song to prepare myself for pen testing classes. Amazing. You scroll down, we got JPG, the creator. Me, I am the creator of the song. Will it be advanced or for beginner? Sin asks. Maybe in the middle. We're going to continue the machine I started in the previous stream, I think called the Rabbit Store and Try Hack Me. I think it's rated as medium, and in the stream before we just did some enumeration, but I'll get you caught up to speed on that if you missed that stream. Helmet said, what's up? Just finished your course today. It was really nice. Hey, congrats on finishing it, and thank you so much for the kind words. We got NS53C. Yo. Coco said, try Vert Manager. Happy I made the switch. I've never done Vert Manager. I'll check it out. Fyros. Hey, bro, I'm here. Sometimes I wake up early. Cool. Good to have you here. We got Lou Dogs. We got Joseph, first timer, attending one of your live streams. If this is Simply Cyber, I'd play the sound effect, welcome to the party, pal. But I don't have sound effects, so it's all manual sound effects. But seriously, so good to have you taking the time to hang out with us tonight. I think you will enjoy tonight's stream. We also got Eddie, first time over on LinkedIn. Hey, welcome to you as well. Welcome to the party. An honor to have you taking the time to hang out with us. How are you, Tyler? I am doing well. Doing well. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. So LinkedIn user, sometimes Restream does not translate the names well for me. So someone said, hey, Tyler on LinkedIn. Unfortunately, Restream's not showing me your name, but hi, good to have you here. We got Trevor checking in. We got Elder. Thank you for the kind words as well. We got Thomas. Fyro said, can you speak about getting good at AD hacking, like a checklist to follow? Not in this stream, but maybe in an upcoming stream we'll do some AD hacking. I have an entire series on my YouTube channel with a bunch of videos on Active Directory. You should be able to find that playlist on my YouTube channel. What do I think about Bug Bounty? I think most of it's scammy and a waste of my time. Legit. Scrolling, we got Beetroot Juice. What is up? Oh, Netflix also uses Vert Manager. Guys, I've never heard of Vert Manager. I clearly need to check it out. I usually watch TV shows and try hack me. And as soon as you see the notification, you join. Cool. Hey, you're setting a good example for everybody else. What is up, Anoush? What up, Muhammad? Other accounts on the process backing myself out of the graph. First came across you. Cool. Good to have you here, Numa. Wow, a lot of people in chat. I'm almost to the end. What up, Athos from Brazil? Hey, good to have you here from Brazil. Alex is joining from a cruise ship in the Caribbean Sea. That's amazing. I'm in my basement and you're on a cruise ship. We are not the same, but so good to have you hanging out. That's cool. Okay, the LinkedIn user is John. What up, John? Akash said, this is my first time here. Hey, welcome to the party, pal. Just like everybody else, truly an honor to have you taking the time to hang out with me tonight. Thank you for being here. All right, guys. A few kind of announcements or notes just to get out of the way before we get into the fun stuff for today's stream. Number one, my primary platform is YouTube. So if you are watching on LinkedIn or Twitch, first of all, that's totally fine. I actually think Twitch has the best quality when it comes to live streaming. But as far as all my other content in my videos, you can find those on my YouTube channel. So let me go ahead and grab a link to my YouTube channel and drop it to you all there. You can see over here on YouTube, I have over 500 videos all about ethical hacking. I also have some blue team content. I have various playlists. So questions you may ask, I may already have playlists about them. So I think someone asked about Active Directory. I have 28 videos on Active Directory hacking that you might find helpful. If you want to get into cloud, I have 60 videos on AWS pen testing. I did the entire Try Hack Me AWS path, got permission to record it. You can watch that there. So if you do not follow me on YouTube, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe there and check out those playlists and all that good stuff. Tyler, I am waiting for Vulnab AD chains. One day at a time, guys. I have so many ideas for content and just don't have the time to do it. Like, my dream job, if I could kind of paint a picture of my dream job, and maybe this is where I'll be in 5 to 10 years. I really have no idea. I love where I work right now. I'm a pen tester at a firm. But if I could paint my dream job, it would be doing like solo consultancy as a pen tester, kind of half-time, and the other half-time focused on content creation. If I was somehow able in the future to line that up, it would be amazing because I could create so much more content. I could live stream during the day. I would probably stream every single day during the day just as part of my work day, and then do pen testing as well to pay the bills. But I'm not there yet. I have no plans of moving there in the super near future, but would love to get there. The one kind of thing I have working against me is I clearly have terrible business plans because I make no money from all of this, and that's kind of my philosophy. So that's still something I struggle with, that if I were to somehow transition to more of creating content and doing pen testing solo for a living, I'd have to figure out a way to make money, right, to pay the bills. But maybe one day I will do some solo consultancy with a mix of content creation. What I realize is I don't need that much money per year. Like, I make way more money now than I even need. So if I did solo consultancy, I wouldn't even need to do that many pen tests each year to pay my bills. And then I could focus a lot on content creation. But like I said, no legit plans for that. I love where I work now. But if I could paint my dream job, that's what it would look like. And then I could get to like the Vulnab AD chains. But there's just so many things I want to make, so many things I want to teach, courses I want to do, and courses I want to teach, but all of that takes significant time from the limited time I already have between work and family and jumping on here to hang out with you guys. But I just realized chat isn't on here. Where did chat go? Let me see. Okay, so chat's there, but when I switch, oh, there it is. It is there. Okay, that's why I'm brand building. Heck yeah. One day, y'all. One day, that's what it will look like. But okay, let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen just for a moment. I don't even have this machine pulled up. So I'm going to get this machine pulled up real quick. And then we will dive in. Okay, I'm trying to use Chromium, but it's trash. Let me switch over to Firefox real quick. And yeah, happy to answer questions as I get things pulled up. Can you illustrate how to deploy a C99 shell on a website? I have no idea what you're talking about. What's the most common volume you've been finding during engagements this year? I'm a pen tester myself for a firm, and I'm curious. Cross-site scripting, probably. I feel like I'm always seeing cross-site scripting.
Chromium is the best, says DJ BSec. I personally like the Brave browser, but I don't use it on my VM here. Firefox seems to work well for Kali. All right, let me get this machine started up. All right, what up, John V? Good to have you hanging out in chat, my friend. Guys, I also fixed the issue I had before. At least I think I fixed it. I spent about literally 8 seconds testing it because I know it was 8 seconds because I recorded a video. So hopefully it's fixed. But before, I had the issue where when I would scroll, the screen would become blurry for you guys because I had a setting wrong in OBS. Let me know if this is clear now. Like as I scroll, hopefully the screen isn't losing focus and stuff, and it's nice and clear to read, unlike previous streams. Better. Okay, cool. See, exactly. I fixed it, did an 8-second test, and I got it fixed. Yeah, I saw. How do I feel about the new Firefox TOS? I haven't looked into it at all. Shy Hat said, how often do you see broken access control on the web apps you pen test? I remember it was the #1 thing. Oh, yeah, that's a good call. I do see broken access control all the time as well. You know, honestly, I guess I probably see that more than cross-site scripting, to be honest. And even if it's not some crazy, like, account takeover, usually when you're looking at a web app, you can find a privilege request that you shouldn't be able to do as a low-privilege user, but you're able to do it if you know the full path. So that is something I do see pretty often, Shy Hat. Good call. I was just watching your initial video when you started as a pen tester. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Brave is based on Chromium, Coco. You are correct. Can I share my Notion? I cannot. Sorry. I've shared some notes from it, but I can't share my full Notion. There's things in there, content that I'm not allowed to share. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and dive into things for today. We are doing Rabbit Store. I am going to start recording because I'm experimenting with this new thing of splicing up these videos and making a walkthrough with them. So this is going to be part 2. And I might just, I guess, release them as standalones. I have so many things I experiment. I know the way I'm talking right now makes me sound schizophrenic because you have no idea the context of what I'm talking about. But here's the context. For a long time in the beginning of my YouTube channel, and actually would love to hear your guys' thoughts right now before we dive in. But for a long time in the beginning of my YouTube channel, what I would do is I would do live streams like this, record the full live stream, and then just repost that as a standalone video for whatever machine that I was working on. I did that for a long time. I noticed some people saying, hey, we don't want to watch this long of a video. And so I started doing it a little bit shorter where I would solve the machine live on stream. And then offline, I would record a shorter video, edit it a little bit, and upload that as a standalone video, which I kind of like the quality and the content of that. But to be blunt, my time is just limited. Like when I'm taking time to record multiple offline videos, I really don't have time to then live stream. So it's kind of like stuck between a rock and a hard place. So now I'm going back to the thought of maybe slightly editing my live streams and posting those as standalone videos. I don't freaking know. And then I also do make those shorter videos like the one about Try Hack Me and stuff that usually perform really well. These longer videos don't perform well on YouTube, but I guess I don't care. Like, I'm not trying to even make a bunch of money from YouTube. So I'm just trying to do this for fun and learn. So I don't know. I'll keep experimenting. The Shy Hat, turn these into content. Exactly. I mean, that's what I've done for the longest time. If I had, it all comes down to time. Like if I had the time, I would make the content a lot smoother and maybe take small clips from the live stream, make standalone videos from the clips, make them shorter and more digestible. Like in an ideal world, that sounds great to me. I just do not have the time to do any of that while trying to do everything else that I do. So I think people get the most value out of us just hanging out and having conversations and doing live streams. Let me know your thoughts. Probably preaching to the choir because you guys are the ones watching the live stream right now. Netflix said the longer videos may not perform as well, but they are realistic when compared to a typical walkthrough. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of how I feel as well. And maybe it's something that people throw up on the side, you know, while they're working and they kind of watch in the background. I'm totally fine with that as well. Hey, Akash, I have an entire video about that. So if you go to my YouTube channel, just search for Try Hack Me versus Hack the Box. I made a whole video about that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start recording. I think for this Rabbit Store machine, we'll just do it in different parts. So we made part 1 in the last one. I'll start recording part 2 here. And then we'll dive in. Hey everyone, welcome to part 2 of the Rabbit Store machine on Try Hack Me. Now I know I switch back and forth with the way I do content, but I'm going back to more of the long form content and giving you full access to my methodology and even the live chat experience. So if you ever want to be part of one of my videos, you just need to join for the live streams. Now I'm terrible at having a set schedule when I stream, I just jump on randomly, but if you want to know when I'm streaming, probably the best way to do that is to join the Hack Smarter Discord. There's actually a whole role on there called Tyler Stream, and if you assign that role, every time I go live, I ping that role, and you will get a notification. And you can be part of this live thing happening right now, but what I'm going to do is we'll do this live, and I'll post it afterwards on YouTube for those who do not join the live stream. But hey, if you are not part of the Hack Smarter Discord, let me show you real quickly how you can join. If you pull up your web browser here, just go to hacksmarter.org, and that will bring you to the Hack Smarter terminal. All you need to do is cat out our discord.txt, and when you do that, you will get an invite link right here for the Discord that will work for you, and I'll also drop that in chat right now for those of you who are joining the live stream. But okay, let's go ahead and dive into the Rabbit Store machine from Try Hack Me. In part 1, we mainly just did our basic enumeration. I won't recap all of that because if you're watching this standalone on YouTube, you probably already saw part 1. But really quick recap. There's really a few ports open. The only 2 we've looked at so far is SSH, and we notice that password authentication is enabled. So if we do discover a password, we're going to want to attempt to abuse password reuse and see if we can get access via SSH. We also notice that we have a web server on port 80, and that's what we spent most of our time on. On that web server on port 80, we found a virtual host or a vhost on storage.cloudsite.thm, and on this vhost, we were able to discover some classic SSRF or server-side request forgery, where we're able to make the victim machine make requests, whatever requests we want to make, out to any web server. We first tested it by hitting our own web server, and then we saw we could actually hit localhost and enumerate the web server itself. So that's kind of where we are at. A few things we need to do as we get started. Number 1, I did launch this machine. It says to give it 5 minutes to load, which I've done, but I do need to update the IP in my etc host file here on Linux. I also still apparently need to get on the VPN. So let me pull up my terminal. We'll go to my downloads folder, and that would be cool if I knew how to type, in sudo openvpn Tenebrae. I have a bunch of these for some reason. We'll go to number 3 because I think that's the most recent. We'll rename this VPN, open up a new tab, rename this one terminal, CD over to Try Hack Me, CD into Rabbit Store, and I will do sudo nano etc host like so. We will jump down to the cloudsite.thm stuff right here, which is the Rabbit Store stuff, and we're going to update the IP to the latest IP that we just spawned. Finally, let's see if we can ping cloudsite.thm, and we can. I know that was really fast, but in the part 1, I slowed down and explained all of that. Just wanted to get caught up and pick up where we left off. All right, so we have this added. Let's go ahead and open up Kaido. Kaido is what I like to use for some web app pen testing. Very similar to Burp Suite. It's a web proxy auditing tool. The reason I showcase Kaido on stream instead of Burp Suite is because it's a lot more affordable than Burp Suite Pro. Let's open up my project here for Rabbit Store. We'll go over to Intercept here, and we'll open up the built-in browser so I don't forget to turn off Foxy Proxy. We'll close out the extra Kaido window because I don't like clutter. And let's go ahead and check out this SSRF. I think we need to register an account. Yeah, we do. And then we do parameter injection. So I have to redo some of what I did in part 1, but I'll do it real quick so I don't waste y'all's time. We'll go to HTTP. I think it was storage.cloudsite.thm. We will go ahead and sign up for an account. We are Tyler at hacksmarter.org, and we'll do hacksmarter123 for our password. We're going to go ahead and turn on Kaido, intercept the request, hit register, jump back over to Kaido, inject a parameter here, which I think the parameter is active or something. I don't remember what it was. Let me check my notes. Which, once again, guys, if you're lost right now, I did all this in part 1 of this. So if you missed part 1, make sure you watch that. But we did subscription and then active. So let me go ahead and change that. Subscription and active. Like so. That all looks good to me, and we will go ahead and forward our request. We can turn off queuing. That should hopefully get us registered, and it does. We'll go to sign in, and we'll do Tyler at hacksmarter.org and hacksmarter123. And we will get logged in. Now we have 2 options. We can upload a file, but we found the SSRF down here. Make sure if you're following along on your own, you scroll down because it's easy to miss this upload from URL option right here. So from here, we can just real quickly test that we have, jeez, I can't type, the SSRF. If we do HTTP RIP 10.13.46.224 and hit upload, it should get a hit on our Netcat listener. That you can see we have this node fetch agent, which that might be something worth looking into. We'll go ahead and grab that for our notes because I don't think I actually have a screenshot of that. All right, we'll just drop it here. Backtick, backtick, backtick for a code block in Notion. And there we go. We have our confirmed SSRF. Now, with SSRF or server-side request forgery, there's a few different things that we can do. We can try reading files directly by using the file parameter, which is what I did in the previous stream, but we were unsuccessful. You could try different protocols like Gopher and things like that, but also unsuccessful. What's interesting to me is the fact that we can actually hit the local website, and with that information, we might be able to hit some files that would otherwise be hidden from us. So when I first saw storage.cloudside.thm, I ran dir search on it, but I didn't grab any of the files that were kind of forbidden. We have a few forbiddens right here, I guess, but those are no longer forbidden. Although PHP info, I'm curious, can we actually hit these? So if I do something like, let me capture this request, upload, and it should go without saying, but I know for those of you who might be new, maybe don't realize this. When I'm doing these machines live on stream, I haven't prepped ahead of time. So like, I don't know the answer. So this is me stumbling my way. I might be in a complete rabbit hole, but that's okay. We often learn best when we fall into rabbit holes. So I don't actually know if what I'm going to do is going to work. I, at this point, am just showing you how I play around when I discover SSRF. But now if we do this and do storage.cloudsite.thm, let me just first see if it resolves properly here. We'll hit send, and we get this file path. Let me go ahead and grab that file path. We'll turn off queuing here, go over to this one right here, and let's see what that file is. Keep. Okay, beautiful. So it did actually download. Awesome. And we have the sign in. So with that, what I think we'd be able to do is read files that normally wouldn't be available to us, because once again, it's no longer us hitting the file, it is the web server itself, a trusted source going out to reach the file. So files that would be unavailable to us or directories that would be unavailable to us, we would be able to hit with this. Now, I don't know about this weird PHP info on dashboard. That's odd. You can see it's 404, and if I try to go to it, I'm going to assume that I can't hit it. Let's find out. We cannot get it. All right. And they might not even exist. It might be a weird false positive from dir search, but what if I do this? Does it actually give me phpinfo.php, which isn't going to be a huge vulnerability, but maybe there's some information there that would be helpful to us. No, we just cannot get. That is the response. Okay, fine. Well, we didn't spend, we did dir search, but I didn't copy all the information we had access to. So let me run dir search against this again and see what all might be living on this web server. We'll do u http storage.cloudsite.thm, and we'll just run it with the default stuff, and we'll see what information comes up. While we're doing that, let me look over at chat, see if I missed anything in chat. Thomas said, I have a 601-day learning streak on TryHackMe. I don't think I can just walk away from that at this point for another platform. It's something I do first thing every morning for a while. That's amazing. And seriously, congratulations on the consistency that you've shown in keeping that streak alive. That's impressive. What up, Zachary Barber? Good to have you here. We got more. It said, hello from Austria. Yo, that's amazing. We are international. We got Brazil, we got Austria, we got some cruise ship in the Caribbean. Good to have you here, Mort. Seriously. What up, Goose? What up, the Lone Wanderer? Good to have you here as well. All right. Let's look at what we all have access to. So we know we have an API. In part 1, I looked at the API a little bit, but not that closely. I just tried to see what other paths I might be able to access. Do we have docs, so that might be, why is there 2 different ones? We have API docs and we have API docs. We have is the Swagger actually exist? I'm curious which one of these are actually legit and just weird paths. Let's check out a few of these. Let's just see if I can hit this now that I'm authenticated. Okay, I can't. And is that all this is saying as well? I feel like those might be false positives. Because it's just saying cannot get. Oh, but this one's different. We have a 403 here for API docs. Let's see if I can hit this since I'm authenticated. Otherwise, let's try to use SSRF to hit it, maybe. Okay, so that one gets access denied. So the power of SSRF, and no idea if this is going to be helpful, but it should at least show the power of SSRF. As ourselves, we cannot access the endpoint /API docs. But with SSRF, I think we'll be able to access it. Let's find out. Why is it opening it in LibreOffice? Okay, I have no idea why my file viewer is LibreOffice, but we still get access denied. Whoops. Maybe I should realize what I'm doing. It's not localhost.thm. Let's try that instead. Maybe that'll be a little bit different. Maybe that one will work. What? Oh, I was trying to open it at cloudsite.thm. All right, let me just go ahead and copy this real quick. There's some weird thing going on with this file. We'll rename this. And then let me just grab it. CP from downloads. Oh, that's all it is. That is legit what it is. The beauty, guys, of doing things live. I thought it was something weird on my end, but no, that's the legit response there. At cloudsite.thm port 80. So it's looking at cloudsite.thm. What was my request? Storage.local. What other file paths do we have access to? And I want to be able to read API docs. I should be able to read it with SSRF. I'm just trying to think of the correct format. This should work. Let's check out a few of these. See if any of them are going to be different for me. Server version equals critical. Absolutely. Critical finding right there. If I do... What does this give me? Does this give me the actual website? And it does give me the actual website. So one would think... What's this admin stuff? One would think if I request API docs, that would also work. Let's try a few other files. All right, we have these as 403s. I don't think these are anything that's going to be actually interesting. I think those are more false positive type things. These are 404s. We could try server status, I suppose. Not double slash. Send. We could also try port scanning, but okay, well, we have Apache server status here. So I do have, with the oh, wow, we have actually requests here. With the SSRF, I for sure can read files I shouldn't have access to. All right. Anything interesting here in our server status? We have these requests from my IP. Why did this one fail? That's my question. Interesting. I don't understand why I can't read the API docs. Let's try this one more time. Maybe I did something weird. Send. Am I using Kali or TryHackMe? I'm using TryHackMe. Let me grab this one more time. Then I'm going to switch up my tactics, I think. All right. Well, I think that itself is going to be a dead end. Now, we could try port scanning internally. So there might be a port that's only open to localhost that we can't see from the outside. But I also know we have these other ports right here. We have port 4369 and port 25672. And we don't really know what information is on here. This says Rabbit. On 25672, I don't know what that means. Oh, Rabbit MQ. Here, let me open up a new tab. Okay, Rabbit MQ. I can't type. Let's read a little bit about RabbitMQ. RabbitMQ is a message queuing software also known as a message broker or queue manager. Simply said, it is software queues are defined to which applications connect in order to transfer a message or messages. We have default creds of guest, and we have an API client. Can I connect to this port? Right here. API connections, I see. It's not a very helpful page right there. Cross-site scripting, code execution. What happens if I just hit the port? Let me try this. So port 25672. What if I hit it with my SSRF? Send. Looks like it errors out. You didn't check something correctly in API connections. Oh, did I miss something? Here, let me go back to that. Oh, you mean on here I didn't check something correctly? Bet. Let me see. Do I need to go to the other port? 4369. Twenty-five 672. What was it? 25 672. So I want to see if I got any netcat connection back. I must be stupid. I must be missing something really obvious here. How about hack tricks? Do you have any good information here? Default credentials, blah, 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 blah. So I don't think the management plugin is enabled. I didn't read the port well? What do you mean I didn't read the port well? 25 672, right? 25 672. I know this showed a different port, but this isn't open. Unless I need to access this with the SSRF vulnerability. Oh, interesting. So this is a port that's only exposed internally. So for those of you watching and are confused about what just happened, often when you have a network service, you do not expose it to the internet for good security practices. So this port, 15672, we did not see that with our IMAP scan. But because we have SSRF or server-side request forgery, we are able to see it internally. Now, with SSRF, you can actually do internal port scanning. There's a tool called SSRF map, I think is what it's called. So if we didn't find it this way, we likely would have found this port eventually doing that. I also don't actually know if this gives us anything, but let's look into it. Hey, this machine is Rabbit Store from the Try Hack Me platform. 0 bytes. Okay, so disregard everything I just said. Let's read about this a little bit. Okay, if you have valid creds, you may find interesting information there. API connections, which Can I somehow pass that over the SSRF? This part is confusing. Do I think this box would be good practice for OSCP prep? Probably not. I can already tell you this is more difficult than anything you encounter on the OSCP. Clearly we're onto something here. Since the name of the freaking box is Rabbit Store. Just trying to think about what I'm missing here. I think we know the port's open, because if I change this port to 1571, we get error storing file. So we know that this port is exposed internally. API connections. But I don't really know how to pass authentication via this SSRF request. Is there other endpoints that I can somehow hit? And I'm not seeing any endpoints. I mean, I see this, that we can publish things. All right. See if this gives us any different if we just don't specify a path. Oh wow, we have the management portal right here. So the login for it is living just right here on the main portal. We can see the JavaScript here for it. This RabbitMQ management. I don't know why it's not showing anything for us here. But we have it here. Very interesting. Let's go ahead and grab this for our notes. I'm still not entirely sure how I'm going to abuse this, but I don't think we're in a rabbit hole. Even though the name of the service is RabbitMQ. We can access the management portal with SSRF. We'll do that. Oh yeah, rename it to render HTML. Yeah, obviously. Let's do that, and we'll grab a screenshot of it. Let me see that file. We'll rename it. I think it's already trying to run as HTML, but let's go like this. CP from downloads, management portal. If I could specify where I want to copy it to, that'd be a good spot. It still doesn't display the HTML. That's fine though, I don't need to see the HTML. I can just read through it and see what's going on. We are setting a variable called logged in, and they're setting it to false. Invalid false var auth. Okay, so we get authentication token by hitting the / auth endpoint. So that's probably our next step, is to hit the auth endpoint and we'll get some type of authentication. That's just a log out thing. All right, let me try to hit this auth endpoint and see what information we get out of that. Copy this, go to our terminal, paste. Object not found, reason not found. Well, isn't that just freaking helpful? All right, what am I missing in chat? Tech with Cody Sonu is NetPlux, Sec Plus, CUSA, Cisco Ethical Hackers, complete all blah blah. Would I be good to take OSCP soon? Yeah, just sign up for the Pen 200, dude, and go through the labs. If you want to do CPTS first, you can. CPTS is way more difficult than the OSCP. What up, Denied Firewall? We are working on the Rabbit Store machine from Try Hack Me, and I'm not doing great tonight. I mean, I'm doing good personally. I'm not doing great at getting access to this. We were able to use SSRF to hit the RabbitMQ management portal. When I hit auth, it doesn't do anything because it's just trying to parse it. So it's trying to parse it after you log in, I suppose. Please tell me how to create undetectable malware. No. Hopefully you like my answer. What is debug and scratch? Outer debug and scratch. What if I hit those? What's debug do? Nothing. It does nothing. I don't like having crap open on my note one. Okay, there. I'm looking at the JavaScript files now to see if any of those look interesting to me. But they really don't. I don't understand also why this won't open as HTML. It looks like valid HTML to me. Here, we're going to ask my robot friend. Let me get authenticated. Oh, I'm already authenticated. Ah. Gotcha. I guess that makes sense. Nope, that still doesn't work, dude. If sync get fails, replace the hard-coded value. Can I just comment that out? I don't know why I'm wasting my time doing this, though. This isn't going to do anything for me. Oh my goodness. What the frick am I missing on this stupid machine? I have access to the management portal via SSRF. But I can't do anything. I can't view API connections. It's all through SSRF. Nothing I can do is helpful. What am I missing? Probably a lot of stuff. Firefox management portal.html. View page source. The SSRF is likely the way to get RCE, Dragon Kid. Maybe there's secret stored in one of these freaking JavaScript files. Okay, just glancing through this quick to see if anything stands out to me. You see, like, how the users are defined, but we don't have access to this. It's just SSRF. I don't know, guys. I might have to look at a hint for this. I mean, I just feel like I'm wasting my time. I'm not going to go through each one of these JavaScript files and look for stuff. The auth endpoint doesn't work, which I realize I deleted because I'm stupid. If anyone's completed this machine and you want to give me a hint without spoiling the machine, please do. If not, I'll have to look at a walkthrough. Zero Cool said, I think the difficulty level is hard at least, not medium. You have to spot a detail. You are correct about JavaScript files. They give you a hint. I was struggling and I gave up at this point. Okay, gotcha. So I was correct looking at JavaScript. So there's probably a secret stored in one of these JavaScript files. Singular is in. Okay, I appreciate it. Like, it's one thing if I'm doing this offline, then I'll take the time to look through each one of these JavaScript files, but I'll be real with you. For a CTF, I'm not going to spend my time looking through these. I correctly pointed out right away that, hey, maybe there's secrets stored in a JavaScript file because I see that pretty often on engagements, but for a CTF, I'm not getting paid for it. I'm not going to do that. All right, let's go ahead and grab this and see what this file looks like, shall we? Keep, and I'm gonna go ahead and just grab this. Oops. Already have it right there. If I open it up in code here. Oh my goodness, the what? All right. All right, you guys tell me when you see the password. Ready? Go. Did you guys see it? Oh, I see an info endpoint. Guys, I'm really reaching right here. Might have to grep our way through this one. course, the object's not found, you freaking douche. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant you have to check something about the express and its port. What did you initially say? Singular is the hint. That is Ruffo, that's a good way to do it in the real world. I don't know, guys, if I'm going to finish this machine. I see why it's called Rabbit. Check the OAuth authorized endpoint. I don't see that endpoint anywhere. Where are you getting that endpoint information from? Well, it's nothing to do with this. So I need to hit API docs. Alright guys, I'm done wasting my time with this machine. Let's go check out my good friend 0x Bob. What stupid freaking thing am I missing? Okay, I don't want to scroll too far. We notice the API path during registration are looking for further API endpoints. We enumerate these using FFUF, and here we find API docs, which is what I found. Unfortunately, do not have access. Yes. Server-side request forgery could be possible here, and perhaps we could use it to call up that. Yep, okay, I did all this. I did all this. Oh, so the API has a different endpoint. That's what you guys are trying to tell me. And then he's enumerating the different ports to find which port it might be running on. And there's a port running on 3000. No, there is no SSRF to SSTI. I don't know what you guys are talking about in chat. So this is the part I missed. I should have done port scanning from the beginning. I even mentioned that you could do that. I just thought with the Rabbit MQ that we could actually hit the management. That's a rabbit hole. I see why this stupid machine is called Rabbit MQ, because it's clearly full of freaking rabbit holes. So we had to do an internal port scan to find port 3000. Got it. That's very, 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 very confusing and misleading. Because when you do dirt search, you see API docs being exposed on port 80. How would you know? How would you know to do that? Mic is cooked? You can't hear me? I think my mic's working. Let me know if it stopped working suddenly. It's fine? Okay, cool. I'll ignore that, dude. All right. Okay, that's... I don't know if I'm just a sore loser, but I do not like this part of the machine personally. I feel like it's very misleading. Like, all the information we get up to this point does not point to what we just had to do. It pointed in a different direction. What do you guys think? Like, I'm just trying to think using logic to connect from point A to point B. Everything was not pointing to this being the attack path. But apparently, we needed to scan internal ports, find port 3000, and sort of guess that API docs lives on port 3000, even though it showed up as 403 when running dir search against the web server. YOLO. You can see it's running express in the response, so that would be the hint, but which runs on port 3000. I guess you could connect it that way, but maybe I'm just being a sore loser. I don't like that part of the box. Probably just me, and if it is, that's fine. Let's so now we have these API docs. Let me grab these and drop it into our notes. That's cool. I totally wanted all that white space when I pasted that into my notes notion. Like, that's clearly what I wanted. So we have endpoints perfectly completed. Post request. We have API register for registering a user. Login for logging in the user. Upload for uploading files. Store URL for uploading files via URL. And fetch messages from chatbot, which messages is spelled wrong. Currently, the chatbot is under development. Once dev is complete, it will be used in the future. Get requests. API uploads file name to view the uploaded files. Dashboard inactive and dashboard active. All requests to this endpoint are sent in JSON format. Okay, I have a feeling it's pointing me to this. Maybe there's some password in the chatbot or something. I don't have any idea. Token not provided. You freaking suck. Dude, you guys are talking too much in chat. I apologize. I can't keep up with chat and look at what I'm doing. I'll try to come back. What is just a note to join and follow along on your live hacking videos? I don't know. I made a course. Go check out the course. That'll help you. Here. You need to know the basics of hacking. And I made an entire free course. If you go through my full course right here, you'll be able to follow along. Okay. So there's what token expired? Oh, you mean token? Oh, this token expired. No, it didn't. It downloaded the thing. It downloaded the file. It says token not provided. In order to get messages from the chatbot, we need to pass it a token. It would appear. I guess. For logging in. What time is it? It's been an hour. All right, guys, I'm not going to finish this machine. Once again, maybe I'm a sore loser, but I don't know. I don't like it. I don't understand how to get a token from this. Like, sure, can I register a user through an SSRF request and somehow get a token? I don't know. Here, let's look at the walkthrough. But I guess I'm not going to release a video on this standalone video. Don't give up. Nope, I'm giving up. I've spent like 3 hours on this machine. I don't even have a user flag. And I don't feel like streaming much longer. So I was hoping to at least get a user flag on this stream. But let me see what the answers are to this machine. Chill for a bit. Sometimes you got to take a step back. This is true, but the problem is with content creation, it's not like when you do stuff offline, right? Like, I have very limited time on when I can make videos like this. And if I can tell the machine is going to be overly long or overly complex, if I was doing this offline, I can chill, take a step back and come back to it. But like, I try to release 2 to 3 videos every week on YouTube. So I need to regularly be creating videos that people can actually watch. And when a machine is, I can tell is going to be overly complex for that, it's quite literally a waste of my streaming time to go through the machine. Hopefully that makes sense. If you don't like create content, I know it probably doesn't make sense, but that's my reasoning. When I get stuck on a machine multiple times, I'm just not going to do it on stream because I need to be creating content, not continually stumbling around. I am curious how this machine's supposed to be solved, though. I'm going back to VulnLab after this. Yeah. Oh, wait, it's on the actual web server? You don't have to use SSRF? You just freaking go to it? Gosh, I'm stupid. That's what I missed. I see. So guys, when I first was trying to get into this field, I used to struggle with major imposter syndrome because I would go through machines. Shut your freaking mouth. I don't care if it's not loud. I would go through machines like this and I would get stuck, and I would find like a 15-minute YouTube walkthrough of someone solving the machine super quickly, and I was left wondering, like, how do you know the steps? How did you know to solve it? How did you know to do this? How did you know to test that? And the reality is, the experience you see me having right now is the experience most people have when they're going through a CTF machine like this. Now, they don't show that behind the scenes because they don't want to look silly and foolish trying to stumble around live on stream, but I don't really care if I look silly and foolish, because hopefully this helps people see, like, you don't need to be great at solving machines like this to be a pen tester. I literally am a pen tester for a living. But CTF machines and real pen testing are radically different worlds. You can learn pen testing from doing CTFs, but it's completely different than doing pen testing for a living. So just know that if you get stuck on machines like this, it doesn't mean that you can't become a pen tester. It just means that it's a CTF. It's not real world. There's always going to be silly things like this that you might get stuck on. Hopefully that encourages other people. Anyways, they send the post request to that, add a stupid token, blah, 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 blah. Our username gets reflected, which makes sense. So anytime username is reflected, you're looking for cross-site scripting or server-side template injection. He does server-side template injection. He gets RCE. Okay, that all makes sense. From that standpoint, it's just a little bit rabbit holey in order to get to that point from my perspective. We get RCE through SSTI. Yep, you can just get a reverse shell. That all makes sense. Nothing confusing there for me. He gets the shell. He gets the user flag. And then we need to get a shell's RabbitMQ. He runs PS Spy. So if you've never heard of Process Spy, this is a really cool tool that without root privileges, it allows you to monitor the processes that are running on the Linux machine. So there might be a process that runs every few minutes, and if you run Process Spy, you'll be able to see that process. And maybe you can hijack the process. Maybe it's controlled by a script that's under your control. And then, yeah, they see the RabbitMQ stuff. All right, I see what it's running. It's running that RabbitMQ services. We asked ChatGPT about the output. It might be related to RabbitMQ, which makes sense. We've already read about RabbitMQ. There's a RabbitMQ user. We find an Erlang cookie. Oh, wow. This cookie might enable us to get RCE. All right, I'm actually really happy I didn't do this machine live on stream. This looks like a machine that would take me like 4 streams in a row to even complete. And then you have to use Python 2 to get it? This machine shouldn't have been rated as medium. Okay, so then from RabbitMQ, we still need to elevate our privileges to root. Since we are now the RabbitMQ user, we could issue RabbitMQ commands with RabbitMQ CTL, which makes sense. One of the ideas could be to retrieve the users and passwords to check if they are reused. But we get an error. The error laying cookie is not only owned by the owner itself. For that issue, we're not able to execute. Nevertheless, we can view the Rabbit user DCD. This file is part of the RabbitMQ database. There's a message indicating the root user's password is the same. Okay, that's very CTF-y. The password for the root user is the SHA-256 hash value. Please don't attempt to crack SHA-256. That's not real world at all, but whatever, we'll go with it. Alternatively, we can also correct the permissions of the Erlang cookie, which will be necessary for later use. Wow. We find the Rabbit definitions that we can export as admin. Those include the password hash. User and get the definitions with this user. Wait. Since we have already corrected the authorizations, we can now create the user and export the definitions. In these, we find the hash for the root user. Oh my goodness. Okay, makes total sense. Not a medium level box. Maybe a hack the box medium box. I don't know. Interesting. Interesting machine overall. Not a machine that does well for trying to stream it and teach through it. A little too complicated. Took me 2.5, 3 hours. I didn't even have the user flag. And so not a stream friendly machine. Not even close to one. But that's okay. Okay, let me see what chat is saying. Let me scroll up. I just joined the stream. What are we working on? We're working on rage quitting. That's what I'm currently working on. Oroto said, I'm taking the free course. Any study partner want to work from the beginning? So if you're not already part of the Hack Smarter Discord server, come join. I have a channel for the course. We have study groups there. So let me drop this link again in chat. Come join the Discord. Tag me in the intro. Would love to hear from you. But that'd be a good place to start. All right, let me scroll back up. All right. Sitaro, I'll make mistakes. This is hacking quite literally. It's a learn on the fly practice by nature. Exactly, Numa. You are right. Forsake said, that's why I watch your streams in the first place, because it's realistic and not always easy. Thank you. Neffel says we all have blind spots and exposure experience just helps reduce these and the cycle repeats. Absolutely correct. It's actually kind of a cool server-side template injection. Yeah, it is. Grim Actual said, I once spent 6 months researching how to exploit mobile apps to pass my cert. I went through the same feelings and felt really stupid when I figured out that I already knew the exploit chain. The beauty of CTFs. Him said, Tyler, I really like you. You are a passionate man. Just wanted to ask you. I'm struggling doing advanced kernel exploitation. Any advice? First, thank you for your words. Second, I have no idea how to do advanced kernel exploitation. So unfortunately, I have no advice for you. I'm not John Hammond. Hopefully you guys understand that by now. I feel like John Hammond is somehow an expert at every single freaking topic in InfoSec. I'm just like a wannabe script kiddie stumbling around trying to solve machines and failing most of the time. Numa said, a little fun story of hacked inadvertently. Back when the Facebook Connect API launched, it was like an open field of data to anyone with basic tech knowledge. That's crazy. As soon as you have to use Python 2, I stopped trying, says Schlop Show. Good to have you here, by the way. I want to go watch the course, but don't want to miss this live. Can you change your room? We're going to sign off shortly, y'all. I wasn't planning on streaming too long tonight. Was going for about an hour, and we're a little over that, so I'll be signing off shortly. Real Haberman said, I feel less dumb now. I'm glad I could help. Is this good to learn even if I want to be on the blue team? It feels fun to learn the real thing. Yes. the best blue teamers know red teaming. The best red teamers know blue teaming. Who decides the difficulty of these machines? THM and Hack the Box really need to reevaluate the rating system. Try Hack Me generally does a pretty good job on the rating system. Hack the Box, I agree. Their ratings suck. Shout out to the script kiddies. Yeah, represent. All right, guys. Well, I am going to sign off, but we'll find somebody to raid. Real quick self-promotion. If you do not follow me on YouTube, that is my primary platform. Apparently, I now need to go try to record some offline videos, so I have content to release next week because this machine was a fail this time, but can't win them every time, right? There is my YouTube link. You should go subscribe to me on YouTube. I would appreciate it. Now, what we're going to do is raid somebody on Twitch. Now, let me look over who's watching on each channel. So the majority of you by a lot are on YouTube. We have about 60 people on YouTube, 23 over on Twitch. For those of you on YouTube, if you can come join me on Twitch, I would very much appreciate it. And hey, thanks for subscribing, Oroto. Seriously, appreciate it. But for those of you on YouTube and LinkedIn, come join me on Twitch so you can be part of the raid. You don't need to have a Twitch account. To raid a user means we take all of our viewers and we go check out their channel and show them some support. So if you're not watching on Twitch, please come watch on Twitch. Be part of the raid. Continue this party together, and let me see if anyone is streaming right now. Now, if you've never heard of this website, oh sweet, BlazeBits is streaming. I really love watching him. Let's go raid him. BlazeBits does a lot of red teaming type stuff. You guys will enjoy him. I dropped the Twitch link. It's twitch.tv/HackSmarter. I'll drop it again. Right there. InfoSec Streams is a website you can see who is live streaming, doing content like I'm doing now. But let me go ahead and get BlazeBits pulled up, and we will raid him. Now, when you raid... oh, thank you, Brew. I appreciate it. Yeah, you're joining around the end. But when you raid on Twitch, what you're supposed to do is have a raid phrase. So once we raid BlazeBits, our raid phrase is going to be hack smarter, not harder. Hack smarter, not harder. He'll know who we are. Let me get this set up. BlazeBits. All right, the raid has been created, ladies and gentlemen. Come join me for the raid. I'll hang out there. Once again, hack smarter, not harder. Let's say that in the raid once we jump in there. But thank you guys for watching.